At kaugnay pa rin po sa sitwasyon sa Cebu, makakausap po natin si Cebu City Mayor Nestor Archival. Mayor Archival, magandang umaga po sa inyo. Diane Querer po ito kasama si Audrey Goriseta ng PTV.
Good morning, Diane, and to everyone for listening right now.
Well, Mayor, thank you for taking our call. Kamusta po ang sitwasyon po dyan ngayon sa inyo pong lungsod?
Okay, dito sa Cebu City, it's normalized already. So what we're doing right now is to looking at the possibility that bringing the donations that we are doing for Bogo, San Remigio, Daanbantayan, and all other municipalities. So this morning after the session, I'll be going. We will be going. Me, as the mayor, the vice mayor Tommy Osmeña, and some of the councilors will be visiting the affected municipalities.
Okay, kamusta?
Yeah,
well, sir, mayroon na po ba kayong initial assessment sa kaganapan dahil dito na ito, simula na mangyari yung malakas na lindol?
Okay, dito sa Cebu, wala namang masyadong medyo critical na tamaan. Actually, mayroon lang tayong 5 na injured lang, but not again, it's not serious. And sa mga building naman, for the public buildings like schools and the government buildings, we are actually in the process of inspection. So hindi pa natin natapos, and that's why dito sa Cebu, all public schools from kindergarten going to high school, walang pasok. Now, for the college and private schools, ang administration na yung magtingin kung pwede bang magklase or hindi. But ang pinaka-critical right after sa Alindol is the CCMC, itong public hospital natin. But right now, all the patients are already inside the hospitals because right after the earthquake, pinalabas namin yung lahat ng mga patients. But right now, it's already all the patients are already inside the hospital.
Alright, well, Mayor Archival, sabi niyo po na normalize na po dyan sa inyong lungsod. But going back to that situation na yumanig nga po yung 6.9 na lindol dyan po sa lalawigan ng Cebu, gaano ka, just for context, gaano po pa kalayong Cebu City doon po sa epicenter doon sa Bogo, sir?
From here, Cebu City, going there, kung walang traffic, more or less 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Pero dyan po naramdaman niyo rin po talaga yung pagyanig, sir?
Yes, naramdaman namin because dito nakita namin sa earthquake equipment natin sa Cebu City, 6 nakita namin. But they were saying 6.9 ang PBOX.
Alright.
Okay. Well, Mayor, nung oras po na lumindol, nasan po kayo noon? Mari niyo po bang ikwento yung inyong experience? And an hour after that, ano po yung naging first response ng local government unit?
Okay, around 9:30, galing ako sa office, going home na. So I was talking to my friend. Sabi niya, nag-earthquake kasi medyo yung yung chandelier na it was broken and went down. So sabi niya, and where are you? Sabi ko, I'm here at the road, no? So minutes later, yung head sa hospital ng CCMC tumawag sa akin na what will we do? We feel itong lindol at saka yung mga pasyente na lumabas ang iba. Then sabi ko, okay, I'll go there. So 10 minutes after I was there, so we meet the administrator. Sabi natin, we are expecting na mga aftershocks, baka mas strong. So right there and then, nag-decide kami na lahat ng mga pasyente kailangan ilabas. So within 15 minutes, we were able to bring all the patients out from the hospital. Pero ang problema, mayroong clouds na tingin namin baka uulan. So I ordered yung mga tents, padala sa beside road. I-close namin yun ng road. para yung maka-accommodate sa lahat ng mga patients at saka yung mga nagbabantay. But yung dumating na 10, siguro mga 10 lang, kulang. And few minutes later, nag-ulan. So tumawag ako sa OBO na kailangan tingnan niyo muna ang area because we don't have a place. So nagkagulo na kasi nag-ulan na pagkatapos yung mga pasyente, halos lahat, dinagyan na lang namin ng oxygen. I think there were about 50 of them. So dumating yung OBO, nag-check for about 20 minutes. Sabi nila, it's safe, dito lang tayo sa ground floor.
Opo.
So within 10 minutes, yan, nakapasok na yung lahat ng mga patients sa kanyang nagbabantay. Then, right after that, may tumawag naman na wala na daw tubig yung shoreline.
Opo.
So pumunta na naman ako doon sa may SRP and wala naman. So there are lots of people are doing, hindi, maganda ba, mga fake news. So yun ang problema. But well, eventually, pumunta man ako sa yung area sa may mga hotel ni New Star, wala namang structural damage yung nakita namin doon. But yung mga chandelier niya, yung mga ceiling, yan, nasira.
Opo. Mayor, as of now,
Yeah.
Mayor, meron pa po bang mga evacuees or mga hindi pa po nakakauwi sa kanilang tahanan na nasa mga tents or evacuation areas?
Dito sa Cebu, wala na.
Opo.
Because yung maraming tao na hindi punta sa tahanan nila, yung mga tao na from the other islands. So, during that time, may siguro mga 6 na boat going out, hindi naman na push through. So, mga 100 ka na tao na pupunta sana or passengers na linagay namin sa evacuation center. So sila lang. Then right after pagka umaga, then we send them sa kung saan sila ng mga passenger ships.
Okay, sir, sinabi niyo medyo normal na yung sitwasyon dyan sa may Cebu City. Pero ano po yung magiging focus ninyo sa recovery ngayon ng lugar?
Dito sa Cebu, wala ang mga disaster team natin umikot na yun lang ang mga schools, yung mga buildings na may mga minor na medyo problema. So our engineers are doing that already. Ang focus namin is the health. So nag-establish tayo ng command center at collection center sa mga donations na cash and kind, no? Dalawa dito sa City Hall at saka sa City Library. We have already sent right after kinabukasan, right after yesterday morning, we were able to send 3 ambulances at saka 12 personnel send namin sa Bugo saka San Remeo para pag-cater sa mga critical patients na dadalhin dito sa Cebu and still nandun pa. And just last night, we were able to send 4 trucks, tubig at saka yung mga goods na i-distribute sa Bugo at saka San Remigio area. Now, we will have a special session today, 9 o'clock, because we are giving aid, cash aid to the areas like Bugo and San Remigio. And what we're doing now is we are asking the city residents to help in the cash donations because the moment you have this cash, the city government will add additional. Like if you have 1 million, we put additional up to 2 million. So parang i-times 3 namin yung cash donations galing sa public sa city, then gawin namin times 3. So I will be going with the Vice Mayor, Tommy Osmeña, and some of the councilors would be going to Bugo 10 o'clock today.
Okay, Mayor, sa mga pribadong sektor po at maging mga non-government organization na gustong magpaabot ng tulong, paano po makikipag-ugnayan sa inyo, sir?
Okay, dito sa Cebu, mayroon tayong for me short of engineers sa public because mayroon tayong mga engineers, pero para lang sa normal situation. Now, there are a lot of institutions or buildings na naghingi ng tulong. So what we did is we asked structural engineers, civil engineers to help. So nagpunta sila kahapon sa office ko. So inorganize natin, and we are inspecting first the building, the government buildings, and now we will be starting to help the private sector actually, yung mga may-ari ng building. So that, again, we want our buildings to be safe because mayroon pang mga building na hindi pa, yung mga owners, hindi pa sila sure na pwede bang gamitin nilang building nila. So we are helping the community.
Well, talagang panahon ito ng bayanihan, butit na andyan ng Cebu City also to help out, lalo na yung Bogo at saka yung San Remigio. Now, dun sa hospital, Mayor, just to clarify, fully functional na po yung hospital po ninyo dyan. And just in case, are you also ready to accept some patients na mga galing Bogo kung kakayanin pa ng hospital po ninyo?
That's correct. And there are some hospitals, the private hospitals, who are giving us information that if there are some patients, because mayroong malaking provincial hospital dito sa Cebu, itong Vicente Soto, malaki ito, they can cater a lot of patients. But because of sarami, the private hospitals are sending me some messages that if you have from the ambulances that you're giving service, kung mayroong mga pasyente na hindi na makapasok sa Vicente Soto, we are willing to accept them, and we're very happy about it. Can you just imagine that the private hospitals are now helping?
Wala, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, Cebu City Mayor Nestor Archival. Pero ito pahabol na lamang kay Mayor kasi syempre moving forward, hindi naman maiisip natin posible, wag naman sana na mangyari rin yung mga ganitong sitwasyon at baka ganun kalaki ulit yung damage. Gaano po kayo ka-prepare just in case na mangyari po ulit itong ganito pong malakas na pagyanig? Ano po yung mga maaari pa nating i-improve just to be more prepared dyan po sa inyong lungsod naman po sa Cebu City, sir?
Yeah, we need really to organize because this is the first time that I'm the mayor. Now, what is very important are evacuation centers. Now, we understand that doon sa area like San Remigio, mayroon silang mga something like complex, MJ Gymnasium. Ang problema, it's not that strong, kaya maraming taong nangamatay doon because mayroon silang ginagawang tournament. And during the time na pag-struck sa earthquake, doon maraming namamatay. So kailangan the structures na gagawin like basketball court, gymnasium, or evacuation center, kailangan very strong yun. Kasi doon yung mga tao. Dito sa Cebu, mayroon kaming, each barangay has its own evacuation centers, or we use that evacuation centers, itong mga gymnasium, but we don't have a fully parang genuine evacuation center na talagang kumpleto sa lahat. Mayroong clinic, kumpleto sa generator, kasi mayroon kaming mga gym dito, pag the moment na walang kuryente ang utilities, walang kuryente. So this is the thing that I'm looking at now. We need to have evacuation centers in the north and south area. And then we need to organize the team, like engineers, like medical practitioners. Kasi although mga tao, they wanted to help, pero how to organize them and bring them to a place where mas madali, then that's very important. By the way, ngayon pala, tumawag yung tao natin doon sa San Remigio Daan Bantayan area. Yung mga tao na tatamaan, karamihan nila wala ng bahay. So what they're doing now, nasa plaza, doon sila matulog. So we will bringing some tents, but the most important thing right now for the government, especially for the national, is to help them build their houses. Kasi talagang walang houses. So the other thing is tubig. So we will be bringing water tanks there kasi wala silang pangligo, wala silang gamit sa mga comfort rooms. In fact, yung comfort rooms, dala natin yung portalets ngayon. Yun, ang importante ngayon is ang housing nila, wala silang katulugan. So, babalik sila sa bahay nila na wala na talaga.
Well, Mary, yung sinasabi niyo pong paghahatid ng tulong, hindi naman po ba magkakaproblema? Maihahatid naman po ba? Wala po tayong problema sa logistics, sir?
Wala tayong problema because mayroon tayong mga trucks. And then, alam mo, ang daming volunteer. Sabi nila, if you need something like vehicles going from Cebu going to the place, then mayroon kaming sasakyan. We are volunteering. So, the sasakyan, yung mga vehicles na kinaragahan namin, it's not all from the city government. It's actually coming from the public.
Ayun na nga, bayanihan sa oras ng kagipitan gaya nitong panahon na ito. Again, alam po namin abala po kayo pero maraming salamat po sa pagtanggap ng aming tawag. Cebu City Mayor Nestor Archival.
Salamat.